Be ready? Start. In assailing the Demonetization Act was contended on behalf of the petitioners that it violated their fundamental rights enshrined in Articles 19(1)(f) and 31 of the Constitution since repealed, which were available to them at the material time. Stop. In elaborating their contention, it was submitted that bank to make payment of high denomination bank notes whenever tendered, and the central government guaranteed such payment, but on promulgation of the impugned act, those notes ceased to be legal tender, notwithstanding the above provision of the RBI Act in view of Section 3 thereof, and resultantly the bank, and for that matter the central government, stood discharged of their such obligations. Stop. In other words, according to the petitioners, the impugned act extinguished the debts due and owing from the bank to the holders of the high denomination banknotes. Stop. The petitioners contended that such extinguishment of debts amounted to compulsory acquisition of property within the meaning of Article 13(1)(2) of the Constitution, and since the acquisition was not made for a public purpose, nor adequate and appropriate provisions were incorporated in the impugned act for payment of compensation in respect thereof, the impugned act was volatile of the above article. Stop. Besides, the petitioners contended they had a right to acquire and hold the high denomination banknotes and to carry on any trade or business by using the same in the course thereof, and the Demonetization Act, in so far as it provided for non-payment of exchange value of high denomination banknotes, except in those cases mentioned in Section 7 and 8 thereof, it imposed unreasonable restriction on their fundamental rights under Article 19(1)(f) and (g) of the Constitution. Stop. Since it cannot be disputed that the direct effect of the high denomination banknotes domination banknotes Demonetization Ordinance 1978 is the wiping out of a public debt owing to the holders of the high denomination banknotes from the state. The other contention of the petitioners that their property was compulsorily acquired has got to be accepted in view of Pathak versus Union of India 1978 to SCC 50, wherein it has been held that property within the meaning of Article 19(1)(f) and Clause 2 of Article 31 comprises every form of property, tangible or intangible, including debts and charges in action, and that extinguishment of a public debt due and owing from the state amounts to compulsory acquisition of such debt. Stop.